Heartbroken friends of a man killed in Melbourne's latest nightclub attack have remembered a mate generous in both life and death. The fatal brawl has sparked renewed calls for tougher action to stamp out the city's drunken violence.
Mates in mourning, these men sit on one of Matthew McAvoy's most prized possessions as they remember a young life taken too soon.
Every time you seen him, he had a smile on his face and he'd just brighten up your day.
He was the first one that always buy you a beer, even if he only had $1 to his name.
The 24-year-old was with his cousin at the Queensbridge Hotel when he became embroiled in an argument. A court has heard the two parties went their separate ways before Matthew was king-hit from behind before being kicked in the head soccer style.
Didn't deserve anything like that. There's nothing he could have done that would have deserved for that to happen to him.
His alleged attackers were arrested by police. Roxburgh Park pair Andreas Tello and Learn Seiko appearing before the Melbourne Magistrates Court facing a charge of intent to cause serious injury. It's unsure if that will be upgraded to manslaughter after the victim's parents were forced to switch off life support. It's the second incident of its kind at the South Bank nightclub. The parents of Shannon McCormack, who died in May last year, calling for a greater police presence on our streets.
What price can you put on a human life? It has to be taken seriously. The government has to do something.
QBH management saying the incident has traumatised staff who try to care for their patrons. Friends say Matthew McAvoy gave a lot in life. And in death, his legacy will live on with the donation of his organs.
That just pretty much tells you his character, doesn't it?
Cameron Smith, 10 News.
And this latest tragedy has followed another disturbing weekend of violence on Melbourne's streets, including a wild brawl at the Loft nightclub and a teen stabbing. Reporter Alan Rascal joins us live now. And Alan, it seems there's no shortage of suggestions when it comes to tackling the violent scourge.
Helen, that's right. The biggest call from all parties involved is for more police on the beat at peak times here in the city. From a police perspective, they're all about increasing visibility, and to that end, they're about to take possession of 5 massive Hummer vehicles to patrol the city streets. They're also looking at setting up so-called drunk tanks in the city, where drunks can be locked up and looked after until they dry out. The government is also looking at a raft of options, including increasing liquor licence fees, reviewing liquor licence categories and more inspectors patrolling pubs and clubs. And Helen, there have even been calls for alcohol to be banned at certain types of venues. Another weekend of violence followed by another proposal to curb alcohol-fuelled attacks, this time a ban on drinking at sexually explicit entertainment venues.
The government's not in the business of coming out and banning things. Banning things is a last resort.
It follows the government's trouble-plagued trial of a 2 a.m. lockout from city clubs, the industry up in arms over the latest idea.
There's been a bit of a split recently with the government witch hunting and wanting to crucify the industry and strike out without doing the correct research.
Nightclubs have joined a growing chorus for more police on the beat at high-risk times, Friday and Saturday nights.
The simple message is get some police out there, get them out there in sufficient numbers to do the job, and the problem will go away.
Of course, more police do make a difference, but it's not the solution. It's only part of the solution.
But the government claims police numbers are increasing, calling on all parties to help tackle the issue.
We're not going to get on top of this problem in a day, a week, a month or a year. It's going to take a couple of years to get on top of this problem.
We're prepared to take a bipartisan approach to this, but the government have to accept that they need more police.
Under the Safe Streets scheme, at least 50 police patrol the city streets on peak nights, but it seems the consensus is a greater visible presence is needed to stop the attacks. Alan Rascal, 10 News.